So I thought I'd make a video about confetti. So in this example, it'll be confetti in a painting that is an old master's painting. So this is Young Girl Reading, also known as The Reader, by Jean-Henri Fragonard. But here's a French-speaking person or somebody with a French accent.
Jean-Honoré Fragonard.
Okay. Or we can call him Jean. But anyway, that's how you say his name. Get rid of that. All right. So this was painted around 1769, and the girl is sitting in this chair with this pillow, and over here is the window that she's sitting in front of, and the sun is casting a shadow right here and here on the wall. And the palm of her hand, you can see, is in the shadow of the book. And her face is a little blush. So this model is unknown, but it may have been Jean-Henri's daughter, because apparently she used to pose for him, or his children would pose for him quite a bit. So I'm going to make this image quite large. Now here you can see the brush strokes. You can see the brush strokes, and you can see the lines of from the individual bristles on the brush. Oops, that's a little too big. But these are the brush strokes, the lines left by the bristles in the brush, and where he lifted the brush up off the painting, and where he blended the colors. And over here you see the yellow with the bow mixing into the bow, and how he blended his paint on his brush, and then he painted her ribbon. So because this is not one color, this is going to be a lot of confetti in the diamond painting. And here you see the palm of her hand, the shade of the palm of her hand from the book, and the color of the book is red, but it's dark, and I was going to say it's almost the same color, but no, this is so the edges of the book are a maroon color, and here's the shading in the palm of her hand. Right here, this tip almost looks like a fingernail. And this stroke here, no clue what that is. So, and then over here where did I find it earlier? So I'm looking for something that I saw earlier. I'm going to try to find it. But the ruffles in her collar, these minor details here, so this is 417%. These gray outlines to make the ruffle, we're going to lose that in the diamond painting. Now look at her face. Because when I did the diamond painting rendering, it almost looks green. This looks green here because the computer picks this up, picks up these colors, and it really does look green when it's close up like this. And the ruddiness of her cheeks, maybe she's blushing from what she's reading, or not that she's embarrassed, but just being involved in the book. You know how when you get so absorbed in a book, sometimes you just completely lose everything around you, and you're just so focused on the movie that's playing in your head as you're reading the book. And I'm gesturing like you can see me. And this is dark brown here, and this is separating her chin from her neck, so it's giving her some definition here. And this is her hair being pulled up into the bun or whatever on her head. Now, because this was done in 1776, there are cracks in the paint. Where did I see those? Cracks in the paint on the canvas. When I had this in the photo editor, it was so sharp I could see the cracks in the paint from the age of the painting, but I don't see that on this image. Because it's a digital rendering of the painting, maybe they were able to smooth it out. Here's a little bit of dust and scratches from the age of the painting. All right, so I'm going to hide this for a minute and then go into my software. Okay. So I was playing with this. This is not finished. I don't even know if I'm going to save this. I was just playing with it because this is supposed to be lilac and the computer scanned it as gray. So I was just playing around making those changes there. But let's go into her face. So this is going to be big and it's going to look pixelated because I have it enlarged. So remember the green looking stuff in her face? The computer picked that up when I was rendering it into a diamond painting. Whoops, I want to do this. So if you look at a, oh, come on, move for me. So if you look at a painting or a diamond painting and you wonder why there's confetti, this is why when it is a diamond painting made from a actual painting, well, this is a digital image of the painting, but to give the cheeks definition over here and the chin, he used the different colors of paint on the face and the brush strokes. So that shows up a little splotchy over here. When you look at this side-by-side comparison. And the details in the ruffles in her collar are gone. So here, what looks like splotches that shouldn't be there, that's what was picked up. These were picked up when the software rendered the diamond painting. So I am not a digital artist, but let me show you if I or anyone, well, maybe a professional could do a little different, but if you try to just make the face not so splotchy, not so dark, then it becomes kind of one-dimensional. So this color is yellow beige medium. See this with this pointer tool here, it shows you what color you're pointing to. As I move the pointer tool around, you can see the different colors. So let's see, this is drab brown. And you know, the colors on the computer sometimes are different from the actual drill color. So you really need to trust the process. All right, so let's choose this yellow beige medium because this is kind of a brown. So I'm going to select that color and I'm going to just use this color for her forehead. So if you're wondering if you can just make it all one color, we'll see what happens if I do make it all one color. I'll leave her eyebrows there. I know her eye looks strange, but I'm not going to bother with the detail of her eyes right now. So we'll just consider her face. Her the larger part of her face and not so much her eyes because it's so many different colors. All right, so now I'm going to shrink this down. 45 is very large. So I'm going to shrink this down to 10%, and that's going to be like we're looking at her from a distance. And so maybe this is a little much here. Maybe she just needs a little bit of blush on her cheeks. And get rid of some of this ruddiness. See, it's one-dimensional now. And we really can't do much up here because this is her hairline. And her ears are probably in the sunlight a little bit, and then the rest is in the shade because her face is down. So this is a illustration of pick a color and do her dress all one color, and then you're not going to see the folds in the dress to give definition to her arms and her breast. And the way the dress is probably pulled behind her with a drawstring and her corset that you can't see. Because in the 1700s, she's probably wearing a whalebone stay. And this is actually shaded right here because her arm is in front. So this is probably a poor section to do all one color. But so anyway, that is a short illustration of why confetti is so important.